reminder that you might want to put your phones on silent before the performance begins. My name is Tommy Collins, and on behalf of the Writers' Centre and the Hunt Museum, I'd like to welcome you for the second week of our summer season of lunchtime poetry reading and music here at the Hunt Museum for 2019. Today we will hear work from another two poets who some people may not be very familiar with, but nevertheless they are very talented and all have a connection with Limerick or surrounding counties. This week we welcome Oran and Kathryn Crowley. We are very lucky to have at short notice the guitarist Stefano Dillan. Stefano is a singer-songwriter, lyricist, composer and musician, specialised in finger-picking guitar technique. He participated in many guitar festivals in his native Italy and the rest of Europe, and has played with some of the most famous guitar players performing today. He moved to Limerick in February 2019 and he performs and teaches guitar technique. Today he will play for us to start the reading a song called Flowers from Ayako, and he will finish with Street Performers Parade, both from Franco Moroni. Kathryn Crowley is a writer of poetry, prose and songs. Nature, social issues, dreams and human behaviour inspire her writing. Her arts practice spans 19 years. Her last socially engaged project, Crimson Waves, looked at menstruation, taboo and female health over 9 months. To balance her dark paintings and poems, motivated by the smear test scandal and the inhumanity of direct provision, Kathryn is now focused on art for art's sake. At her yoga studio in Newcastle West, she teaches classes and hosts art exhibitions. She also studies sociology and community regeneration at MA level in the University of Limerick and is editing her first book. Kathryn.
Hi everyone. This is called Competing Soundscapes. I'm walking, high as a kite on sound, birds duet, call and respond, pausing for a slice of royal blue sky I could swim in, till an angle grinder spews its wine into the evening. Residential grinding teeth to terrorise the soul, a Kango drill supplies the beats, the council dig for gold. A horn honks so loudly that parked cars tremble. They're plonked in the bus lane again, some people never learn. And all the while I can hear a blackbird proudly know its song. as all the noises of the city compete to show what's going on. A bass drum booms loud across the Shannon, music, a band sound checking in the castle. 2 electric guitars and drum kit rock, united in a rhythm, they suddenly stop to allow space for keyboards and synth to dominate the sky. Then a vocalist sings, "Run for your life!" My lift arrives, and home we drive towards the falling sun, a glowing bronze melting orb, silent, all has won. You're so quiet. This is called Stars and Stone. It was a song. I am a rock under the sea, submerged by a broken wave, gurgling, foaming salt liquid. I am a bird in a wild tree, rooted by a sacred lake, wooing the day with my sounds. We crash like waves to the shore, feeling the past no more. Moon, tides, knowing. Seaweed doesn't try to struggle or resist the bubbling foam. We are stars and stone. This is a work in progress about phone addiction. It's very obvious. But I was inspired by seeing so many people walk around like this and bumping into a few. And I've done it myself in the past. And it's strange times. I got this, I rock this, it's selfie time. I'm clever as a fox at feeding time. No, you're not. You tweet, promote on Facebook as well, and of course you have a blog, not that you can spell. Are you gagging to be liked in some quest for popularity? Life online is a stress for the majority, let's face it. We're hooked. And it causes so many problems. Phone addictions, I don't know how to solve them, but I have been stiff-necked. How's your screen glare? Smartphone zombies do exist, I need some fresh air, will you join me? Let's stare at the true colours of flowers. Inhale perfume on the breeze. Hey, come on, signal levels are not the real keys to your happiness. It's pure illusion. An Instagramming, Snapchatting vampire of confusion. Head dipped, mind zipped shut. No wonder you're neurotic. How many hours a day in cyberspace do you spend robotic? Put it away, the endless scroll. So many fakes and jealous trolls. Come for a walk and relish the senses. Enjoy our talk, fake pretenses. Be with me in real time. I want to see the twinkle when you smile and hear your soul speak face to face. Connect, reflect at our own pace. Keep it real. This is called Emerge, and I wrote it a few years ago. It was inspired by grief, actually. Bereavement is part of life and it's hell, but that's sometimes where the poetry comes from the dark. Emerge. River sparkles under scowling sky. Flowing curves, serpentine sweepings amid steel and concrete. Nothing is permanent. Let's go in a boat to secret underground streams, to that place deep beneath the parkland roots of elm, osh. Let's go in a boat through secret underground streams, to that place deep beneath the parkland roots of elm, ash, oak and hazel, where wise old rocks with lime green beards sit still in wisdom, Do they envy us movement? Moss is slippy underfoot. Nothing is permanent. Let's alchemize emotions of liquid, peel off layers, abandon those old world clothes in a pile and slip naked into pure, warm water, soak in a healing cave of glowing amethyst, until, through a crack in the crystal, we enter a shaft of light, magnificent and frightening. Emerge into pastel skies, return to earth boisterous, forever transformed by the fusion, welcomed back by a squelching piano made of our ancestors' mud, to play, to sing, to be. I'll do one more, and this is called The Third Eye Fart. Some of you will have heard it before, some not. Beauty industry projection, selling ideals of perfection. There's a pill for this and a cream for that. The dream is thin and failure is fat. We'll magnify your fears and flaws, cover those spots, dear, on your jaws, spray on a tan, change your hair. Hey, you glam up if you dare. For just $19.99 a month, but terms and conditions apply. Call into any of our salons now and we will transform completely the state of you for just $19.99 a month. To avail of this offer, you must make your booking at 17 minutes past 9 on Wednesday morning only. And please bear in mind that during your treatment, members of our marketing team will be on hand to push products on you for blemishes you don't even know you have yet. And guys, without muscle, you ain't a man. So before you hustle, drink this shit and mess, my friend, you can. You gotta be strong. You gotta be tough. Blotchy skin, you can buy this stuff and compete to win in a month. Yeah. To avail of this magic cream, it's $29.99 a month for the first 3 months as we exploit your already low levels of self-esteem until we sign you up to the Super Stud program, which is $139.99 a month. Yeah. Well, excuse me, is my third eye farts a little wisdom learned on the way? Choose the fire that warms your heart and burn this treachery, I say. For illusions are fading, it's no surprise. We'll take the journey through higher eyes. Don't be comparing. That might be hard in a world of selfie gone bizarre. But you were born fine, so just be you. Inner beauty will shine through. Maybe beauty is being kind and sharing a little of what we find. You are creation, just as you are, so believe in yourself as a true work of art. Gershwin Margot's.
Thank you, Kathryn. Up next we have Oran, whose novels include The Death of Finn in 2006, 10 short novels by Arthur Kruger 2007, and 1 Inch Punch 2010. He has written plays for the stage and radio, as well as publishing poetry and short stories. He regularly contributes literary criticism to magazines at home and abroad. His latest is a poetry book entitled Portrait of an Atheist Monk at Prayer, and that will be published by Revival Press in 2019. Oran?
Hi everyone, thanks for taking time out from your busy lives. I'll begin. Okay, life's been good. Good afternoon, and thank you all for coming here. I would like to thank my mother and my father for that night of passion that I would thankfully never know. Also, after my birth, the nurses and the doctors and other technicians whose ministrations were crucial in bringing me back from imminent death. In those critical postnatal moments, I thank you all. How I love my life. I would like to thank my educators, those teachers who opened my mind to so many things, to the beauty of knowledge and the power of imagination. My education freed my mind towards independent thought, rather than creating a compliant, malleable, soulless citizen with just enough education to perform in our great economy. I would like to thank the manufacturers of food and drink, of footwear and clothing, such quality work, keeping me fed and warm and protected, not to mention the makers of fridges and televisions, computers and furniture and beds and wardrobes, housing manufacturers and those who helped to buy them, banking institutions, brokers of insurance policies, not to mention the solicitors who signed, sealed and delivered so many papers and were so impartial and honest. I mean, there's no place like home. I would also like to thank the management of Larthard and Enderfall Office Supplies Limited, 21 Lithgow Avenue, Dublin 3, who gave me a job 25 years ago, promoted me to Level 3 Executive, Human Resources, Division 2A. I appreciate being a team player, the fulfilling work we did, making a measurable difference, fulfilling and satisfying. I am grateful for my time with you all. I loved my job, and my wages were good. It completed my life. Finally, and fundamentally, I would like to thank my beautiful spouse Rose, my wonderful children, all grown up now with their own kids, and my close friends whom I care deeply for. My genetic predisposition for emotional bonds completes me. My capacities to emote and relate to you all, colleagues, loved ones. I know I would be nothing without you, nor you without me. Finally, I would like to thank our great society, the state of our union with each other, our capacity for art and science, preserving civilization, our nations together, extending the borders of the known, bringing powerful narratives, bringing meaning and hope. Thank you. I love you all. And may the empire live for 1,000 years. And to continue the note of optimism, my last day on earth. There was this moment before I left this world. I saw you there in this field of sunflowers, yellowed and golden like a Van Gogh trip. You were a daddy to me. You held my hand and we talked about Joyce Carol Oates and Muhammad and the death of kings, and in the calm of a Sunday afternoon segue between this and that, we drank wine, we ate lobster, and the bard's sonnets made us laugh. And by 4 in the day, the showers washed the fields. And I said, Daddy, Daddy, I love you, Daddy. How the sun kissed us as we wept. After the rain washed the world anew, so lovely and so perfect. And I was free. An answer in the darkness came. And time, the lessening clock, the child, the secretary of night, my alien self-composer of nightmares with matchless eyes, with cartographer's eyes, upwards draws a ghost finger of moons, and the house shakes with the terrible astronauts, those sleepers awake with their dreams of deathless seas of Europa and Ganymede, dead astronauts singing in the void, ships passing, worlds turning in the night, waiting, waiting, forgotten worlds, and the alien terrain of ceiling in the glow, the surreal whisper, and the rain beats savage against the panes, and the mind upheaves in the dawn, in the dark, lying supine, the clear night. I thought of the moon, how it slept so little amidst the stars, the night, the endless turn, forgotten, the deathless, deathless kiss of time. Continuing our space theme, Joe the astronaut touches down. I, who drown, have this deal with God. As my last heartbeats beat out, these senses, loosed from the moorings of the flesh, come alive, Frankenstein, and broker from the stopwatch void a second, and look up as shimmering sapphires linger in the surface tension, such heartbreaking refractions, fiery coloured lights raving in the distance as mine limbs at last desist with their endless struggling as my mind and other instruments of torture caught beneath in this jetsam of lessons dissolves in a failing breath, a last kiss with a cool, still embrace of the ocean floor. This is my home, my life, my history, my end to striving, my haven where weird plants linger in the undercurrents, lost by wreckage, where sea creatures sleep and live. Opus Dei, not that Opus Dei. Opus Dei is in the work of God. It's a trip I took with my beloved to Crowley, which is just outside Limerick here. It's a little village with a beautiful forest, and we got lost in there. Anyhow, on Sunday last we cycled out, journeying to Cratloe, talking of sun and trees and silly things, our legs aching climbing those hills, leaving the city limits, freewheeling down as the road shot past, watching the swallows swing high. They were banking and swooping as we crossed imaginary highways of the mind, listening to Zeppelin and the Stones and the Grateful Dead. We saw the Shannon River like a great blue mirror, shining in the honey sun. We stopped, stripped and swam and dived deep, looking for fish and finding nothing, surfacing to intoxicating curlews swirling overhead, calling and calling as we dove and swam ashore, to suspicious cygnets watching us like river spies as we sat tired and wet. So we moved on to the sunset in that dead heat, and between the apocalypse and its aftermath came our coffee break. We broke bread and laughed, dropped acid, ate salads and eggs. We got on credit. The shop owner put us on the never, never. And outside that charitable shop we sat, eating ices as old men smoked and read, wondering what our time would be like. We talked about death as we passed the Pieto, as into Cratloe Wood we climbed. On walkabout till night brought its shroud, and Julia wept at the blackbird songs. We were stoned and reborn amid copses and labyrinths, melodious telegrams sent high in the sycamores as multicoloured spiders wove haikus in the undergrowth. We surrendered by the evergreens, made love, and night came as our minds unhinged, as the light fled from us and the moon bled black, and bats sang Dante and the ground opened up, and Lovecraftian things slid beneath petrified trees, and we prayed and wept as closer they came. They put our hands upon our throats and hissed, "Hope is for those who do not know the night. You kill yourselves to build new gods. You kill your gods to make them new." They looked into our eyes and they saw the void as landscapes exploded and the wood turned cold, and Jesus came down from a fiery oak tree. He fell into our arms and wept and said his father never loved him, that he could not go on, that time was lost and he longed to forget. And we wept with him, and he said, "Truly, truly, I say to you, let our salvation be in this despair. Here in the heavenly casino it is written, those whose love will suffer everything. What we desire will consume us all. To whom nothing is given, everything is taken. All power to the spirit of the void within us. And this will be with us always, even unto the heat death of the universe." And he kissed us both and left us with our dreams. And the sky lit up, and the drop ships came, and we watched the world burn across earth, air, fire and void. Armies of incubi torched kaleidoscopic skies, chanting, "Nothing, nothing, here is but nothing. Let us kill everything and we shall be gods. Let the fire eat everything and make the world anew. Let us make the world in the image of truth." And we held each other as our dreams consumed us, as from a fiery willow came the evil one, looking dressed to kill. Talking sincerely about ideals. "We are the pure of heart," he said, and he's touched us. His fire consumed all we were, our ashes like stars, glimmering in the cradle of creation, atoms mingling with the vestiges from whence and where we all find source, and thus we dissolved. An interstellar disappearance, that infinite point, the first light struck, in that embrace we awoke to badgers and hedgehogs, to foxes and rabbits, foraging for food. We knew we had dreamed the work of God, lost everything in Cratloe to find our true home. A mother encourages her beloved firstborn to finish her degree in economics and organisational psychology and take that damn government job. Kind of like that. And so we begin. Dear daughter, my daughter, when you get older, when you get colder, you'll forget all these questions. You'll get down to the business. Paper clips, politics, and schedules to die for. And your team will be godlike, with the devil in the details. And you'll be so happy at Mandarin in a sinecure with a pad in the country, your kids in good schools, and your own parking space. Oh, mother, my mind is on fire. The forest is singing, ecstatic evergreens raving in the sunset, oak and sycamore, trees with fickle leaves like thin fingers overpowering world souls. They catch golden beams like life's last moments fall. Chorus hymn-singing beams called glory echoes from boughs hidden, like children calling in distance's mind, bring joy within unbidden. The muse is my first love. Your words I cannot follow. A job is for life, but this poetry, it's eternal. The Signet Committee. After our marriage was lost, we made love in the thunderstorm, bodies awash in the flickering brilliance, our eyes signalling yes in that rolling multiverse, the gravity of our lust in the shuddering rooms, alive and alight, on this small dot, our world, tilting and swinging on its axis near Alpha Centauri. This place we found ourselves loving at the mouth of the darkness, this great gravity well, the silence that surpasses all knowing, breathing and longing and waiting. And I was back there, Earth, Dublin, lingering in Stephen's Green, a hot summer by the ponds and thickets, sitting with you by the sleeping cygnets in the blinding heat, the summer light from 1,000 suns burning the ducks and the seabirds and all the creatures that came and went, and the old swans watched over their exhausted young, and it was so hot that the cygnets stretched out brown downy wings or a webbed foot, breathing quickly, drinking in the light and the unbearable heat, and their faces buried under feathers, and I watched, and there was no knowledge, and the tourists came and photographed, and they went, and the sleeping cygnets ignored them, and I exhaled, and I came back to the bedroom, and we fell asleep in each other's arms. Mr. Hyde reflects on his multiple personality disorder. Dear Jekyll, I'm not the man you might imagine. Not the doctor, the remedy, or the disease. My fashionable suppressions, my secret life, the way I hide within these things I write. My world within, it's really cool. My world within kills the real. So, deep in the velvet crush of self-deceit, I've been pleasant, I've been sensitive, I've been dubiously sweet about our rational, insane, modern life, your growing career in fashionable hate, your dark world of culture and financial gain. Jekyll, the adult child my childlike parents love, brilliant and successful and deliriously happy. The umbilical cord is his ball and chain. In truth, I know not why I am so vain. You see, I'm talking about myself again. It's because of me I built his death, his Dantesque life of fulfilling dreams. I nursed his cleverness like a newborn verse. I, his action item, was conceived and born. His memo from God I incubated about. Over morning coffee, no fuss, no muss. We are all one, and all shall be well. Raise a glass, a mirror to love. We'll segue towards our reborn world. No scenes of decimation on the telephone. I'll read, collect the mail, and dry clean, as before. But I know they're wrong. So wrong. About it all. I know that light thieves the pall. Hope springs eternal. The potion feeds bad blood. In the end, love prevailed. Our marriage still went on. Our so-called talk show love. For the beatings they give us only make morale improve. Sigmund Jesus. But for the Father, there would be no Son. But for the Son, no Father. I, the Son, the many in one, I have become my Father. I, the Father, killed my Son then sued for murder. His mother and their lawyers won. I am his murdered killer. So I seek my dead son down in Hades. I linger in his dreams. I eat his hunger, drink his rancor. His love is death and life to me. He is my son to oblivion. He cries my cry of pain. Our great divorce flays our flesh. Our Gethsemane is his faith. My son still dies for love of me, and I still die for him. He is my freedom from identity. His cross, my resurrection. And to continue on the extremely controversial vein, the skeptic's beatitudes.